Today we have the Crayola Color Wonder Mess Free Coloring Light Up Bluey Stamper Set. So this is something that is currently 50% off today before the holiday, and you can use that link in the description to check this out. I have no idea how this works, but it looks pretty awesome. You can see that we have the mess-free markers. So it looks like we'll be able to do some coloring pages. It's a little unclear about how we're going to use the stamper and the stamps that we have here, but it looks like something will light up and we'll be able to put it down, so we'll figure that out. So something very important that I noticed with this is that you need three AA batteries. So I had to go ahead and find some AA batteries for this. Let's go ahead and get these ready. So I also have a link of AA batteries. Don't forget the AA batteries, because this is one of those toys that you think you don't need them for because it's a coloring toy, but this light up certainly requires the AA batteries. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. No tape, a nice box. Oh, there's tape right there. Always have trusty scissors nearby. Let's see what we have in here and how this is going to work. Okay, so first impression when you open it, it looks like there is a stamper. Okay, and we have some coloring sheets. All right, and we'll look at the back of the box here, and it says press holder to the back of any stamp until they snap together. Watch it light up and stamp. So we'll check that out. Put the box back here. So I'm not sure if Bluey is the first one of these sets. I haven't seen them before, but I'm very familiar with the Color Wonders. Okay, so we have some of these stampers. Okay, we have Bingo. We have a Keepy Uppy balloon. We have Chloe. And Honey, that's right. It's been a while since I've watched Bluey. Socks. And push these out here. Let's see. Bluey, Coco, Muffin, a lovely little garden gnome, and Mackenzie. Okay, so these are all of our rubber stampers. Put them over here to the side. We pulled out 3 Color Wonder Mess Free markers. That's a tongue twister. We have blue, we have orange, and we have yellow. Okay, so that is all we have in this first box here. Okay. Next, we have our scenes. So we have, let's see, a package of different coloring scenes. So usually we get these and we can use the mess-free markers on them. So we'll see how the stamp makes them different. Okay, so we have Chili. So these are the same, probably the same thickness of paper as a regular Color Wonder sheet. So we have Chili in the playroom. We have, and these are not double-sided, so they're blank on the other side. We have this is escaping me. Why do I keep calling her? I keep thinking this is Chloe or Coco. So this is Chloe. And Muffin and Socks. And so we're going to follow the path. And here's some circles. So this is probably where we are going to put the stampers here. Okay. We have a family picture with Bandit and Bluey and Bingo and Chili. We have Chili again alone. You know, there's probably a lot of chilies in these because there's no chili stamper. Okay, and oh, this is a fun one. This is Bluey and Bingo taking a picture. Okay, this one has another circle for us, and this looks like it will be Bluey. And here's one that looks actually like the Christmas holiday. We have the backyard with a tree and ornaments on the tree. So I don't see any circles for our light up stampers, but I think we'll just go ahead and be creative with them. This is fun. Stamp the characters to complete the pattern. Another family picture. So there are quite a lot of scenes. I think that it comes with a good amount of scenes here. Bluey and Bingo. Here we are on the boat with Rusty. And the playground. Okay, so it says stamp the characters you see in the image below. Okay, we're going to do the worksheets that actually have the circles for us to do it first. We have Bandit at home. And find the stamp that matches each shape. Okay, we'll do that one. And here's just a regular family picture. One thing about these mess-free markers, though, is that I don't think you can actually do all of the pictures with just the one marker. All right, here we have Getting Muddy. And here's stamp the characters next to their name. That looks like fun. So we'll use the stampers for that activity sheet. So you can see there's only a few pages that actually have the stamper circles for the stamper activities. And the rest are just regular scenes that you can add a picture to. Okay, so we have our, let's see here, we have, this is called, I'm looking at the box right here to see what everything is called. It says the stamp pads. Okay, so does this open then? Let's see. Okay, this opens. These are the stamp pads. Okay, so we're going to open this. Here's the Bluey. We take this off. And built-in storage. So these are for the markers. So we have the 3 markers here. We have a blue one. We have an orange one. We have a yellow one. Okay, so we have the stamp pads, built-in storage for the markers, and these are where our stamps go. Okay, so that's a good storage. And first we're going to put in the batteries though, because let's see, we need a little mini screwdriver. So let me see down here if I have one on hand. So that is important to know that you need both batteries and a mini screwdriver. And luckily I have one on hand right here. It does not come with one, so a lot of toys do, and I always save these. So these are always good to have on hand. All right, let's see. Okay, it works. So this has a little adult assembly required. Take these out. And again, if you need a link for batteries, I have one of those too, because this is not something that would necessarily prompt you to think that you needed batteries, because it's just a color wonder. Wow, this is a little difficult to get out. Come on. Lefty loosey, these screws. Okay, that one's, all right, these are quite in there, so just keep turning, keep turning. Okay, we got the battery cover off. And now we need our batteries. So right here, some batteries on hand. So it needs 3 AA batteries. And we'll put them in just like this. 1 and 2 and 3. I wonder if it makes noise or if it just lights up. Let's go ahead. Oh, they do not stick in there. Seeing if there's an on button, but it doesn't seem like there is. I usually like to make sure that it turns on before I put the thing on again. We'll put our hand there. So are these turning on or is there an on button? Okay, so I don't know if this is going to actually light up or if you have to actually put it on here first. Or you put something on. Okay, so press holder on one of the 3 stamp pads. Watch it light up to indicate the ink color. So let's just practice with one of these. These are brand new batteries, so I definitely work. So we are going to just add this one here. Okay, it lights up. You see that? All right, so the batteries work. So maybe you needed to add the stamper on it to activate it. Okay, so let's put the battery pack back on. Like this. And screw back in. I've actually had this toy for a long time and I could not get motivated to open it because I just didn't really understand it. So I don't know if that is because of the front of the box. It's just not that appealing. Okay. All right, we have the batteries in. And I'm guessing this is a storage for right there. Now we can put our markers back. And this doesn't have, I mean, this is kind of sticky. Okay, there we go. So that is going to be all set up. I guess you have to cover this. Does this even come with directions? No, it does not. So this is all on the fly. We're just doing our best to use our guesses to how this is going to work. Okay, removable cover keeps ink pads from drying out. So they are active ink pads. Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get our first scene. So our first scene, we'll do stamp the characters next to their name. Okay, so let's go ahead and move the stamp pad over here. And try to do our first worksheet. Okay, for this we need Coco, Bluey, Bingo, Chloe, and Honey. So here's Honey. Put Honey there. And we have Chloe, we have the garden gnome, we don't need him. We have, that is Muffin. It'd be nice if these were labeled. Okay, Coco, Chloe, Keepy Uppy Balloon, Bingo, it's Mackenzie. Oh my goodness, where's Bluey? We have Muffin, the garden gnome. Oh, there we go. There's Bluey. Okay. So then we have 5 other ones that we're not going to have in use. Okay, so we have the stamp pads and the stamp discs and the light up stamper. So first, these are the directions right here just on the box. So it does not come with paper directions. Press holder to the back of any stamp and they snap together. So we'll start here with Bluey. We'll start in the middle. Okay, we'll get our stamper. We're going to open it, get our stamper, put on the Bluey stamp. Okay, it says press the holder to the back of any stamp until they snap together. Okay, press the holder to one of the 3 stamp pads. Okay, we have 3 colors here. We have red, blue, and purple. Since we're doing Bluey, we'll go ahead and do blue. And hold it until it lights up. Okay, so you see how it's lighting up like that? Okay, it's lighting up, and it says, watch it light up to indicate the ink color. Okay, blue. Press the stamp firmly and watch the image magically appear. It does not light up when you put it on the paper, though. It doesn't say how many seconds or how firmly, but let's go ahead and see what happened. Okay, there we go. There we have Bluey. Kind of missing an eye right there, but we do have a Bluey stamp nonetheless. So interesting, it did put the ink from here to there, seemingly like magic, because there's just nothing on it except, so it looks like the transfer is a little bit from the ink pad to here, and then the color is already there. So let's do our next one. We'll take off the Bluey stamper, just like that, and we'll move on to Bingo. So Bingo, here, we'll put on the stamper like this, and it says snap into place. And we only have 3 colors here. So we have red, blue, and purple. So let's use red, I guess is most close to Bingo's orange. We'll press it down, and we have to wait for the stamper to light up. Waiting, waiting. So push that into place, push it down. Okay, you see, make sure it's flat when you're doing it so it looks like it's glowing red. So we're gonna have a red stamp. Okay, let's go over to our worksheet and find Bingo's name. Press it down. And try to press it down maybe on the whole thing so we get the eyes. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, it's Bingo, but we're kind of missing the face. So we've got to press down more in the middle, I guess. All right, let's take this one off and move on to, let's try Honey. All right, we're gonna set down Honey and move into our stamper. And let's try Purple. So let's push it down. Okay, it lit up really fast on this one. Okay, so we're gonna pull it up and go to our Honey, which is right here, and push down. So we had an issue with Bluey and Bingo with it kind of not being good in the middle. So I'm trying to press down a lot in the center here. See if it works. Okay, that one worked really well. So Honey looks fantastic. You make sure we press down all around on the circle and right in the middle. Okay, our next friend is going to be Coco. So we'll put Coco on. So I'm getting the hang of this. There's a little bit of a learning curve. We'll push this on tightly. And what color do you think we should do for Coco? Maybe the purple stamp just works better, but who knows? Let's try red for Coco, kind of like a pink. So we hold it down. This one is not popping. Or this red one takes longer. Okay, there we go. You kind of have to move this. It's a little sensitive. Okay, so we got that. And we'll go to Coco. So I'm curious if the light actually means anything, because I think what's transferring here is just the ink, the invisible ink to that. All right, push down in the middle. And perfect. What a good Coco. Okay, so it's very important here that we push down very hard in the center, because we did it with Bluey and we missed the eye. We didn't with Bingo, we missed his face, her face. And our Coco is beautiful, and our Honey is also beautiful. So now let's try to do last one to finish this page, and that'll be Chloe. So we take the stamper off, put the stamper of who we want on, press tightly. Bring out our stamper pad. Choose a color. This time, let's try purple. And push down. And it lights up like this. Go to our paper. Push down all around and in the center. And we get Chloe. All right, very cool. So it looks like all of our friends, and it is mess free because the stamper isn't going to put any ink anywhere. Okay, let's look at our mess-free markers it comes with. So it comes with blue, but it'll be clear. So let's go here. So they do sell these mess-free clear markers on packs by their own, and I do think that that's a good idea to get because they don't typically last that long. The ink isn't very heavy. Okay, so we used blue all around. And let's try the other two. We'll use yellow. Let's do here on the sides. Okay, that shows up pretty nicely. And finally, orange. So this only comes with 3 markers. You can do the picture frame. Okay, and there we have it. We have our first worksheet done. So that was fun. That was a good activity to do and to color in. We'll do a couple more. Let's try to see how many times the stamper can stamp before going dry. I think that would be fun. So let's just pick a regular scene here. Let's do like a backyard scene. And we can kind of create our own story. So we have a we have Bluey and Bingo playing in the backyard. And let's pretend that they doubled their friends so we can do more than one stamp. First, let's do the garden gnome. Take off Chloe, put on the garden gnome. Okay, so let's do a bunch of garden gnomes, and we'll switch the colors to see how that works too. Okay, we have our stamper set, and let's do, I like the purple. I think the purple looks pretty good. We stamp it down, it glows. That tells us that it's ready to go. And let's see how many stamps we can do. So we do 1 garden gnome, 2. Okay, so you definitely need a stamp in between, so it does not work with more than 1 stamp. All right, let's switch to blue. We'll do a blue garden gnome. That one lights up really quickly, so I think the red one is the only one that takes time to light up. The blue garden gnome. Okay, that was pretty thick. And we'll go on to the red. So this one takes a while to light up. I wonder why that is. Okay, so the red lit up. And we'll put it here. So we could make up a story like the garden gnomes are taking over and they're multiplying. And we could say that maybe Muffin came over to play. So we can get Muffin on our stamper. And let's put Muffin on purple. Okay, it lit up. And we'll do Muffin. Awesome. And again, it does not print after a good one. So that one, it did a little bit when we did it in the same spot. Okay. And we'll do socks. So socks came over as well. So we put socks on our stamper and then we pick a color. So let's choose blue. Press down, you see how it lights up. So we'll take the light up stamper and come over here and press down. And there we have socks. So Muffin, Bluey, and Bingo are playing in the backyard. And their garden gnomes are multiplying, and Muffin and Socks came over to play. Okay, then we can use our markers. So we only have yellow, orange, and blue. So that kind of puts us limited here, what we can do in terms of colors for the backyard. So let's try to do Bluey and blue. See how that works out. So these work like regular mess-free markers. Okay, we have Bluey. And then we have orange for Bingo. So overall, I think the set is okay. I think it's good for the stampers. That can be fun once you get the hang of it. It's a little limited on the color of mess-free markers. I think 3 is really not that many because we can do Bluey and Bingo, main characters. Yellow, kind of random. I know that's just probably because that's a bluey color, but that doesn't really offer us much for like saying to do like the grass or the trees or the sky. So I would probably get another set of these mess-free markers in more colors because there are so many of these sheets, and I think 3 colors is just really not enough for all of these sheets. Okay, so if we just scribble around on here, you can even see that, you know, our marker is not even doing that much here. So I would definitely get another set of these markers. But the stamps are good. The stamps are turning out pretty well. I think the best thing is probably to do an activity with it because it gives you somewhere to put the stamps, but it's fun to be creative too and just make up your own story. Okay, so that is all we have today for our Color Wonder Stamper new set that is half off right now for the holiday. And don't forget with the top of it, we want to put this over to keep the stamp set fresh. So the Bluey Wonder Bluey Crayola Color Wonder stamp set. We can store the stampers here. And there's no off button, so I think it turns off just when you're not using it. And it will store like that. Take this one off. And even with those 2 pages, we have so many more pages to color, which is why I said that I would definitely get, if I was giving as a gift, I would go ahead and give way more color markers because those 3 markers are definitely going to run out and they're just not enough for how many pages. I mean, this is so much fun. Look how many like Color Wonder pages come with it. I mean, there's so many scenes, there's so many fun games. but I can see how it would get kind of sad if you ran out just in the first couple pages. And because there's only 3 colors. Okay, well, give a thumbs up if you found this helpful, and look out for the next unboxing video. See you next time.